Alright, welcome back to Wild Arms 2, to what I have decided is going to be the final episode. So this one could be an hour long, this one could be 3 hours long, I don't know, we'll see. But we're gonna finish it. There's only a few places left to go. Right now we're going to the trapezohedron to go see if we captured the thing. The evil parallel universe or whatever that's encroaching on the world. So there's the green dot. Okay, I landed a little bit off of it, but that's okay. Here we go. Trapezohedron. Your reaction pattern contains some strange noise. Apparently you came into contact with the trapezohedron. The trapezohedron is linked to the live reflectors and serves as a prison. It must hold the powerful Kuiper belt, so it is built to be incredibly strong. So you only get one chance to get to the Kuiper belt. The Kuiper belt is a parallel universe. It is like a giant living entity. By annihilating Kuiper belt, you can escape the grip of the force field. Failure is not an option. You must prepare carefully for this mission. That is all. I already have everything I need. I already upgraded all my arms. I have all the weapons and friggin' guardians and everything. Okay, this looks like a I have a feeling it's gonna be like a Millennium Puzzle type situation. What? What? Why am I unlocking things? I'm gonna have to just, like... Oh. That's back at the beginning. Okay. Okay. Am I supposed to, like, unlock everything? Okay. Okay. I don't understand what is going on. I'm just going to... Oh! Okay. Interesting. So maybe I just have to go through and make all the connections by coming out on different platforms. Okay. Is that my goal? Am I just trying to make all the connections? I think that's my goal. Oh! Did I do it? I think I did it. Because that's a save point. Oh, white one? Oops. Are they still... I wonder if they're still all connected. I have no idea what I'm doing. I really don't. I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but who knows. I'm just trying to connect everything and then go through random teleports, like... Because there's no hints or anything either, like... There's nothing that tells you where you're supposed to be going. All I really know is where I've been and where I can go. Okay. I don't know. I don't know where to go. I don't remember where I came from. Let's follow the crystals. Now I'm back in the white one. Follow crystals. Okay. We're unlocking more stuff. Possibly new pathways. Oh, so many new pathways. This way. Am I back in white? I'm back in white. Go this way. Nope. What? Oh, so some of these aren't teleporters, like, only the crystal ones have teleporters in them, actually. Alright, back to white, I guess. This is the one that led to green, I think. Nope, I just did, like, the same thing over again. What the hell? Here's a new one. Purple. Okay. Been over there. Maybe let's try the new path. Okay, and that leads back if we need to go back, but let's go through the new teleport. I really have no idea what I'm doing. Absolutely no idea. Oh, come on. It points me in the wrong direction as soon as I start. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. Here's another area of green, which is kind of where I wanted to get back to. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, this looks promising. Okay. I think maybe I did it. Oh. Oh. 3 choices and only 1 is correct. Well, here we go. Ooh, good sign. This is the tip of the Kuiper Belt, held in the Mana Prison. The pseudo-life form, the encroaching parallel universe, the Kuiper Belt. Am I imagining this? It's not expanding, is it? It's almost as if something is hatching from an egg. Whoa, it's hatching. It's like the larva of an encroaching parallel universe. Okay, so here we go. Our first encounter with the Kuiper Belt. I am super excited to see how much damage Gatling level 4 with Eagle Claw does. So excited. Alright, everybody's full health, right? Yeah, so... Mouth... Lucky card. So this is part of the final boss, actually. There's many parts to the final boss, but this is part of him. Nice. Oh, this gives me a bunch of status effects, I think. Just put me to poison sleep. I don't like that move, though. There's a regular monster that uses that, too. This music's, like, really loud in my ear. Oh, and now he's... just keep going until Tim can wake up or something. Ability Bind? Dang it! Well, now Tim can't combine. Alright, Campbell. Let's do... War Respite. Untap. That's why it gave me all the War Respites. Oh, now he's dead. No, he's not dead. Okay, sweet. Alright, it's just the larva. So let's blast it out. Eagle Claw. Let's destroy him. You can just attack for now while Tim... Oh, but Tim doesn't have enough to combine. Why not? Level 2 is supposed to be 50. I think maybe that's why. No, I need a dirty egg. Alright. Combine. That's gonna heal everybody's status effects too. I'm so excited to see how much damage this does. 5,000! So this is gonna heal all of Brad's stuff. And also heal everybody's HP a bit. All the way, actually. Alright, we're getting close to Condition Green. Get him. He's got to be getting close. There we go. Sweet. 36,000. 43s and 44s. What was that thing I just got? I don't know. I didn't see it. I sped by it too fast. Did we win? Our attacks seem to have had an effect on the pseudo-life form, the encroaching parallel universe. The Kuiper Belt was a section that broke off the main body, right? What we destroyed was only a small section of it. What if what we really need to destroy is still out there? Irving, the mission was a failure, just like you warned us. The Kuiper Belt released part of itself just before the core was sealed. I mean, what we fought was just the tail of the lizard, yes. Anyway, just come back to Valeria's chateau. The trap has a hedron, will self-destruct any minute. Uh-oh, get out of there. We have eliminated part of it, but the Kuiper Belt is still strong. The sky of Filgaia is still dark, and the hearts of people are just as shadowed. Our plan against the Kuiper Belt. Did the trap as a hedron avail us not at all? Have we failed them? I think Arms has lost this time. But even if we were defeated in this battle, we still have the war. Even in this darkness, we were able to see one critical thing. Yes, we have found a way to trap the Kuiper Belt. Treating a world like a spirit and trapping it in a live vessel can be effective. In that case, why don't we try sealing it in the trapezohedron once more? If we can still trap a critical mass of the Kuiper Belt in the trapezohedron, we can do better against it this time. Unfortunately, we've used all the mana built up at the ray points. Since the Pillar Era appeared, the faint light of the world we've seen has been disappearing. A large amount of mana must have been consumed from Filgaia. It would be hundreds of years before so much mana accumulated at the ray point again. And by that time, the world will already have been eaten away. We have no more ideas to use. There must be something. There just has to be something. If we don't try something, everything living in Filgaia will be... Sometimes... Oh, why was I doing Brad's voice? Sometimes it's better to go slowly than quickly. One more error will be fatal. But, at the moment, I am more worried about your health. You all must be very weary by now. I cannot ignore that. Today, I would like you to rest. Everything is okay, right? We can still save Filgaia, can't we? There is always another way. You just have to find it. There's always a last resort to be taken. I am the commander. You all must rest up for your next action. Alright. So we're resting up. It is possible to destroy a world by sealing it in a living vessel. I'm certain that is the only way to defeat the Kuiper Belt. But the ray point's mana is so depleted, using any more might drain the very sun of life. Using the mana prison, the trapezohedron would kill our life-giving planet. That hand is played out. In which case, how can we lure the Kuiper Belt into a body without the trapezohedron? That's it. We must prepare a vessel other than the trapezohedron. We must use Ashley Winchester. He will be our drastic measures. Oh. An ancestor of Anastasia was the trapped Lord Blazer. The blaze of disaster. Such a giant being was controlled by housing it in a person. Therefore, the Kuiper Belt should be able to be housed in a human vessel too. But a human vessel already contains one spirit. Two beings sharing one vessel like Ashley is tantamount to a miracle. A miracle. We need a miracle. The Valeria blood that runs in my veins is that of the hero who drove back the Lord Blazer. I will not wait for a miracle. Miracles are worth most when you bring them about yourself. Hello, brother. Did you call? It is so late at night. That is so, Altacia. We need a capacity to match that of the trapezohedron. We need a vessel large enough to trap the encroaching parallel universe. The demon summoning. Demon summoning? Is that part of the black magic which you used to research? Wasn't that black magic forbidden for humans to use? Elder brother, you don't mean... I need something wide and deep enough to hold a world. The only choice is a human vessel. Please understand, Altacia. We must entrust everything to the Valeria blood, for we are descendants of the hero. Little sister, I need you not as the sword magus, but as the Madonna of Destruction. Elder brother! I need you, you and the family blood flowing through you. Will I be able to fight with you, elder brother? May I be by your side always? From now on, always together. I want you to bear my sins with me, Altacia. I have never felt closer to my brother than tonight. That's weird. Weird. Super weird. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are rested up for your next mission. I think I found a solution. Monsters are appearing in the land east of Helmets across the inlet. I want Arms to go there immediately and investigate the cause. Wait a second. Why do that now? What will we do about the Kuiper Belt? Arms must respond to everything, large or small. That's true, but I'm depending on you. Everyone, get moving. So, over by Helmets, be careful, everyone. Soon, I will solve everything. Soon, we will save the world. I don't know about that. Seems fishy. Alright, so... let's go... I'm gonna save real quick. Just in case something happens. I don't expect anything to, but you never know. Oh. Then I need to go to... he said Helmets? Pretty sure he said Helmets. What? Valeria Chateau is being repaired. Can't fly her now. When the time comes, she has to take everyone to safety, if a place exists, that is. We don't want her breaking apart in midair because of all the damage she sustained. Okay. So, are we parked somewhere where I can walk off? Nope, wrong way. This way. Okay. I guess we were landed at a place where we can just walk off. Oh, it's just sitting back where it normally goes. Oh, and the landing pad's gone. Where's Lombardia? I'll teleport to Helmets. And Lombardia should be there. Yep. I can see the green dot. Oh no, Lombardia's standing right in it. There we go. Okay, he teleported out of the way. Fiery wreckage. Okay. And then after this, we get to go get all the final guardians. Fiery wreckage. Is this the wreckage of the... is this where the Himdall Gazo landed? Looks like it's probably where the Himdall Gazo landed. Oh, god damn it. Alright. I'm gonna sneeze again in a minute. It's starting to tickle. Oh. This looks like it could be a door. Oh, there's a few of them. Okay. Oh. I guess you open that door just so you can get back out. But there's also other doors that opened. Like here. What's this? Here's a console panel. Turn it on. Sure. Corrupted data is displayed on the monitor. And the broken... Excuse me. In the broken and scrambled data is detailed information on Odessa's founding sources. Information on the nobility financially supporting Odessa is presented in fragments. Okay, but Odessa is gone. Red jacket? Okay. Who gets the red jacket? Ashley. Okay. And there was another one over here, I think. Somewhere. Oh, okay, I see. Go in these doors before I go in the main door. What is this? I remember seeing this sword before. Calamity silently floats, the mad mountains scream out a lament. The ideal is death, deep-seated delusions doesn't die. Even if flesh rots, this man's remaining thoughts become a fiery wreckage that stand in one's way. That's... Vinsfeld's sword. Why am I fighting Vinsfeld again? Remaining poltergeist, ghost. It's the ghost of Vinsfeld, who died in the Himdelgaza. Wow, that's actually... That's kind of cool. Alright, let's do a thing. Since he's a ghost, would it be fire because he's undead? Incur my wrath. Holy crap. Okay. See, that's why I saved, just in case something like this happened. Okay, that didn't work. Wow, holy crap. Oh, but I need Tim, and Tim's dead. And Maryville can't combine anyway. Oh, this sucks. Lilka's asleep. She's gonna die. Damn. Now we're definitely dead. I'm going back to where I saved. Because that's ridiculous. So he is an optional boss. Oh, I should... I can beat him. I can beat him. Don't worry, I can beat him. So this will bring us back to Valeria's Chateau. Okay, I can beat him. It's actually super easy. So I just have to go back. Do all that little bit again. But I can do it really fast because now I know what I'm doing. So we go right here. If I use it back here, will it work? Yep. Alright, let's turn this on again. I can't see. think I can beat him. Oh, dang it. It's honestly not hard at all. Alright, let's try it again. I only need to get one attack off to kill him. I'm gonna beat him in one hit, I promise. I just hope I can get that hit out before he uses something else. Maybe I need to equip something to up Tim's response. Let me see. So he has a Duryuk right now. 258, 270, let's do 270. Yes! Take him out. Alright, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, there is no way to kill him besides that. I should have used a lucky card, but... Strong thoughts can show up in shapes like this. Do you really want world domination that much? Nothing is felt from the sword. And that's an optional boss. Like, you really don't get anything from it, except like the little bit of experience that it gives you. But other than that, it's just an optional boss. Isn't there an item down here? No. This is just a loop around for when I get the item. Yeah, there's really no point to that, but since that was like the first thing to kill me on camera... No, I think I died once before on one of the bosses or something. This way, get this item. Obelisk gun. And then actually, because I have some of the... Let's raise his sorcery a bunch with that. And I can increase that free stat for somebody. Let's do it for Cannon. Let's do Arusulado. Brad for the best strength. She's got the best for sorcery. Star Row. I like having a Duryuk around. Alright, now I can go and actually do the dungeon. Because it's not very long. Power supply not connected. To start this console panel, all the slave units linked to it must be turned on. Okay. So I gotta go find all the little ones and turn them on first. Which we already got, like, the hidden one, so... That should be all of them. There we go. This looks like the wreckage from the Himmelgaza. It said you can access Odessa's main databank from here. What do you want to do, Ashley? Odessa's databank? Vinsfeld must have meant the Kuiper Belt when he spoke of an encroaching menace. We might be able to get some information. It could be a waste of time, but it's worth a try. He spoke of it as if he knew something. He knew something we didn't. It's not unlikely. Anyway, let's look. Nothing comes up, no big deal. Let's split up and research this. Even if we research data on Odessa now, it doesn't look like anything good will result. Hey, what kind of joke is this? Let me see, Odessa's membership, power, activity strategies? No, the section after that. Funding sources? The organization lacked operational funds, so these are their financial backers. Impossible! Why would that name be listed there? This must be wrong. It has to be. Irving Vold Valeria. Why is his name here? Oh, geez, we're done for. Calm yourself down. Just what is going on? We just found out something horrible over here. This is as usual, it's pandemonium over here. Irving and Altacia are gone. They're not in the chateau. They left a note so we know where they went. Understood. We'll hurry back right now. To beat the Kuiper Belt, which exists only as a concept now, we must cause it to materialize. The trapezohedron is useless now. I must take action. I know will be regrettable. These will be my drastic measures. Whatever people may say, I will sacrifice all for Filgaia. It's true my actions in this cause have not been beyond reproach. I do not ask for forgiveness. I will pay whatever price is required. I will now give you your final mission. You will travel to the heart of Filgaia. The heart of Filgaia is the center of the world and the root of this planet's life. If you still believe in me, please grant me this wish. Then, pray for the future of Filgaia. Irving Vold Valeria. What will we do from now on? There's no one to command us, but... We already know what we're fighting for. We have a purpose that can guide us. No one else will lead us. It is time to lead ourselves. That talk is all fine, but I just want to protect what's mine. I will not let anyone ruin the world I live in, not without a fight. This last battle looks like it will be our last. Everyone needs to decide for themselves. We will disperse for now. We will meet here again at this time tomorrow. Those who will, with the will to fight can come. Alright, so we're headed to the final dungeon, essentially. It's actually the final 2 dungeons, but the final dungeon. And we have to go get the final guardians first. Come on, listen. All you have to do is listen. I might be the only one without superior officers, but in return I have been blessed with the best allies. It must be hard for you. You're stuck listening to me babble. When he's with you, Billy seems so happy. Do you think so? Yes, I can tell because we're always together. I owe a lot to you. This one was saved from the brink of death because of you and the villagers. I can tell because we're always together. Billy is always with Mister. I can tell. You don't have to say a word. I've got something valuable I've been keeping for this one. I survive all battles because of it. Doesn't matter where I am always with this one. We're always together. There's something I've wanted to ask you. That day Mister was arrested, I was told it was because he was a hero. Is a hero something bad? I wonder. One thing I do know, I'm not a hero. I wasn't able to become a hero. It caused all kinds of trouble. That's my own fault.
The rest of you is shaking with fear. How long are these conditions going to last?
It'll be over soon. I'll make sure it'll be over. It's the only thing I can do now, thanks to thank this guy.
You flew out of here, then you just come back without any warning? What, Terry? You always are so indecisive. I didn't come back here to see you. It's no big deal. Well, that's true, but... What? I've decided to take the Cattell test. Wow, really? That really difficult elite class? Well, sort of. You've got a rotten personality, but you sure know how to study. How about our taking the test together? Cattell, this is the classroom. Sis sat in. That's it, I've got it. As a way to get close to Sis, your dream girl, you need to take the test. If you insist, I'll look at your late homework. I'm so in awe of you, Sis. But I am Lilka Eleniak. I'm not your sis. I have something I want to do, and in order to do that, maybe I'll try taking the test too. Yeah, let's. I'm sure that'd be best. Well now. You going already? It's too early. I thought we'd go check the test area together now. What is it? I've always wondered why you always seem to pick fights with me. It's not that you like me or anything, is it? Who's like Lilka? That's true too. But remember, someday I'll be a mighty fine woman. I'll be sure to give you the honor of being dumped by me then. You're making fun of me. Lilka! Hey, I'm stuck with the cleaning you're supposed to be doing. Thanks! When it's all over and we come back here, I'll help with your cleaning. Where? The Astronomical Observatory. That's a rough one. Better take back what I just said. You're the one who volunteered. I'm holding you to it. I'm going to get you to help me clean the Astronomical Observatory. Boy, haven't seen the sky in a long time. Yeah. It's different from having something fun disappear. I never imagined that having something so familiar disappear would make me feel so lonely. Yeah. I've made up my mind. I'm going to bring the sky back to Filgaia. I'm going to show you the sun once again. Promise you. Then, let's shake on it. Give me your left hand. Let's meet here again. Colette? When someone you wanted nearly leaves, it makes you lonely. Even if the sky disappears, I still have sunshine. This here is a special secret sunball. Give me your left hand and promise me again. Blood can be inherited, but can heroism be inherited as well? Blood is a red bond that ties you to the past. Irreversible, invisible bonds become chains which bind one over and over again. It's a person's karma, fate, and yet to be known future. Gasping at the suffering, the wailing seeks the dark, yet rest is full of traps. But if today is here for tomorrow, vacillating in the blood is karma's reward of the hero. Or Irving boldly becomes a needle which dives under, heading for the heart. Originally, Filgaia was, destined to be the ruler of the top of the ecosystem. Yet they came charging in one by one without permission, then later gave no reason. That's criminal. Yep. Now is the time for a true ruler, a crimson noble. Hey, what's the top of the ecosystem? You don't know? That's the problem with the uneducated. It means he's all alone, right? Exactly. The true rulers, Crimson Nobles, know solitude intimately. That must be very lonely. What are you talking about? People like to have friends around. I'm used to things like that. Think about it. I'm the only Crimson Noble left. No one's left who can share those hours with me. Then I could be your friend. Well, if a Crimson Noble bites and sucks my blood, can I share those hours with you? If that's the case, then go for it. I'll be your first friend. You're a hopeless idiot. Think about it. Your resignation from humanity means you could lose a lot. Even so, if I did this, I'd be able to be with you forever, right? Oh, stop it, stop it. I have no interest in children like you. When you hit those pudgy middle years, I might just consider it. Really? Really and truly? Alright, tomorrow I will become middle-aged. You aren't dull, that's for sure. Maybe if I were with you, I might not be so lonely after all. Weird. Weird. Did something happen? Sorry, I guess I should say something. It's alright, you don't have to force yourself to say anything, but... But? If Ashley doesn't talk, I have a feeling I'll end up babbling. Go ahead. Yeah, but I don't think I'll be able to express my feelings very well. If I put it into words, I might end up hurting Ashley again. Marina. In my heart, I want to say something different, but when I put it into words, I always say something very different. I hate how feelings turn into different words when they leave the body. I've always wished there were more direct ways to express my feelings. But if I do this, see, you can sense my feelings, right? The warmth, the weight, and the feelings. Bow, bow, bow. I'm so glad I have a body to convey it all. Alright. So now we can go get the final Guardians, now that all the cutscenage is over. Or not. Let's keep it going. More cutscenes. It is towards the end of the game, so I get it. But we're going to be an hour in before we even get to the last dungeon. Oh, that was it? Okay. Just a random landscape for the end of the cutscene. Aren't you the one who wanted to fight together? So why are you keeping quiet and fighting alone, Irving? And I wanted to get here first, too. Not this time, I guess. Wilka. Everyone is thinking the same thing. We all want to hear from Irving before we decide. You weren't thinking of going alone, were you? They're all crazy. Everyone. This isn't all of us. Everyone, he came back. Do you know what it's like outside? The encroachment has gone much farther since yesterday. It's much more dangerous now. So there is a danger wherever we go. Let's go, Ashley. You've lost, Ashley. Everyone. Let's go then. We will finish everything once and for all. Yes, we will. Alright. Yeah, we still can't fly the Valeria. That was just a quick and easy way out. At least let me, like, teleport out through there or something. And I will save before the end. Oh, shoot. I should go to the second floor. Because we're gonna go collect the final Guardians. And one of them is actually here. So, that's pretty cool.
So there's one here. It's pretty much you're going and seeing all the people that you saw in the cutscenes. Okay, kitchen. It's on this floor somewhere. I don't know where she is, though. Okay, there's Marina.
Oh, Ashley, welcome back.
Stone Drago starts to give off a silent white light. What's this light?
Ashley, what's going on? Oh!
Oh, it's them as kids. Marina, this is your universe, right? It's you, yourself, right? Marina.
I had wished days like this would last forever. I never doubted that days like this would continue. Ashley and I are here. The plain old everyday world is still here. An ordinary daily life is going to continue ordinary forever. Don't come here. Don't destroy eternity. I'm afraid. I've had enough. To wound and be wounded, how can something so scary happen on a regular basis? I just want to be with Ashley. Fighting is to protect eternity and for the time when I didn't know Ashley. For nothing to change, for everything to stay as the eternity from before.
Is that what Marina hopes for? Do you want to believe that eternity is when nothing changes? Nothing changing? I don't think such a thing exists. Times change and evolve. We are forever encountering moments of continual change. This could cause despair, or it could lead to a different response. It's possible to want to see how the world turns out, to see what the future will bring. That's what I believe.
Hope?
Yes. The power to wish for tomorrow. The power to wish for a day you have not yet seen.
I wonder if I have that power.
Of course you do, but you won't find it in eternity.
You're right. I understand it now. Ashley taught me. My wanting to be with Ashley is not in eternity. Forever, for sure, and evermore. From now on, we'll always be together. That's right. Hope is on the other side of this moment. Far away from eternity.
My wish is my hope, is always for the future. Desire leads to strength and reaches me as light. The long-extinct desire has been awakened by one who remembers hope. Stop me if you seek the future. When dark clouds block tomorrow, my power will become a westerly wind to pierce and dispel it. I am Zephyr, the guardian lord who guards people's hearts in Filgaia. Hope's light will become the power to expand the future. I got the Golden Guardian Zephyr. These are like the god guardians. Like, these are the most powerful guardians in the game. We get 3 of them, 1 for each of our party members. So Zephyr is a strength one. Yes. Let's do that. Alright, cool. So we did that. Now we gotta get back in the elevator, because we gotta go fly to 2 more places. And then after we fly to those 2 more places and get the 2 other guardians, then we go do the final stretch. The last 2 dungeons, yeah. So I don't need to save yet. I want to save after we get the 2 guardians. There's Lombardia. Actually, you know what? I can teleport over to these places. Let's go to Baskar first. Do 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 do. And then I need to be Tim. And she's usually in here. I need to go talk to Colette.
What's happening? Why am I so excited and nervous and even more excited but all familiar too? I felt the same way when the medium began to shine. I think, yes, that's it.
The stone goddess begins to give off a soft white light.
What is it? Is it the medium? No. I don't know either. It doesn't feel bad though. I wonder why. I feel really happy just like this. Me too. Is this really... This is so embarrassing, but is it really? Could it be? When I think about Tim, my chest constricts. It's quite painful. Me too, when I think of Colette. Could it be? Could it really be? It can't be, but it makes me so happy. But it scares me a little. I'm beginning to feel like Tim is all I can think about. It worries me to be like that. But there's another me who is happy that I am like this. It's as if there are two of me. Same for me. When I'm with Colette, I feel calm and relieved, while at the same time I'm wildly excited. I think the present, the time I now spend with Colette, is an important time for me. Yes, me too. I like the present time I spend with Tim too. Colette, I want to protect you from all hardship and pain. It's because you are the most important person to me. Thank you. My desire to protect you is gradually making me stronger. I've learned that thinking of someone other than myself is very powerful. I mean, I've become this strong all because of Colette. To be honest, I don't want to fight, but in order to protect what I have now, I will fight. Tim. I wonder if this is what it means to like someone. It feels so warm. I'll fight to protect you. My heart must be stronger. The desire leads to strength and reaches me as affection. The long-extinct desire has been reawakened by one who hasn't forgotten love. If what you desire is each other's hearts, you best stop me. When hardship confronts you two, my power will become a ceaseless tie that will have you rid it all. I am Raftina, the Guardian Lord, who guards people's hearts, and Filgaia. Love's embrace will become a gentle, enveloping strength.
Raftina, the Guardian of Love. So that brings down my sorcery. I think Raftina is probably more for... Yeah, Raftina's for a magic user. Let's give it to Marivel just so Aduriuk is available for when I need it. Which I don't think I'm gonna need it, because we don't have much more with like status effects and stuff. Maybe the final bosses, but I don't know. So we need to go to Tabak. Maybe we'll finally figure out what happened to Timmy, or Billy, or whatever the heck his name is. And after this is the final stretch.
It's expanding.
Wow. Stone Lion starts to give off a silent white light. What could that light be, Billy? A hero should be a symbol of how to control one's power. I am beginning to understand your true feelings. No. Strictly speaking, you just might reach a different conclusion. A different conclusion? Yes. We don't have a need for heroes anymore. That's what I believe now. Are you saying heroes are unnecessary? That's not really what I mean. A hero isn't bestowed on you, nor can they be relied on, nor do they have shape. But a hero exists in the hearts of anyone who tries to accomplish something. That's essentially what you meant when you said a hero should be a symbol. If that's what you think, it must be right. For you to say that, You, the one who knows me best, means a hero isn't just a convenient, powerful being that always saves people from serious danger. A hero's symbolic role is to show everyone that they possess within themselves similar powers. Another way of putting it is courage. And your current team members taught you this? Yes, they made it clear to me. They've continued to fight of their own will and strength rather than rely on the hero of Slayhane. They may not realize this, but they have become heroes themselves, and when this is repeated by others, then heroes really will no longer be necessary. I'm glad I left things in your hands. You're my hero. A hero embodies the will to show courage. They personify bravery. Shake off doubts and step forward. Follow the road indicated with the spiritual strength to never lose. Desire leads to strength and reaches me as a guidance. The long extinct desire has been reawakened by one who hasn't forgotten courage. If what you desire is strength of heart, you best stop me. When confusion clouds your path, my power becomes the sword to crush the universe and solve the problem. I am Justine, the guardian lord who guards people's hearts in Filgaia. The sword of courage will make the heart full of strength. Justine. You know, I think... No. Okay. That works out pretty perfectly. Alright. Cool. We are now ready to save and go on to the final dungeon. So let's save here. And we're honestly not too far from it. I don't know if Lombardy is nearby, but should be able to just jump on and go. Yeah, it's like right over here. But the thing is that I've been on here before. You have to land like over here and go all the way around. So this will take a little while, though we shouldn't be stopped by too many battles. Like, there is a high encounter rate here, but we should be strong enough that they shouldn't, like, make me fight them. Because it's up at the top of this thing. Right? Oh yeah, it's over here. Oh. Okay. I can fight these guys. Lightning? But everybody's stats are way boosted because of these guardians. Yeah, see? One hit kills, even on the hardest of enemies. And that is one of the hardest enemies in the game. As far as regular enemies go, I'm not talking about bosses. So up here should be the final dungeon. Spiral Tower. Well, this is like the semi-final dungeon. This is it, the semi-finals. Oh, we got some monsters that think they can quarrel with me. Alright. Let's do it. Snow White, huh? Good damage, good damage. Cool. Nice amount of experience per battle. This game is really made, like, not to grind at all. Oh. Oh, okay. Did they not come back? There they go. Oh, only certain ones fall. Okay. Then I guess. Dang it. Kind of like Squid Game. The glass platforms. Mega Berry. Nothing over here. This is pretty straightforward so far. What do we have here? The spiral that turns from the moon to the sun won't change the past, the future, nor the present. Lost Tale Genesis. Voltan, leader of the Wild Hunt. Spectres riding the winter storms. Wind. God of agriculture. Looking down are the new moon and the old moon, kind mother's face and cruel queen of the night. What did this say? Moon to sun. So we have sky. Love. Thunder. Moon. Sun. What is this? Earth, wind. So let's do that. That was agriculture. And let's do love. Thunder. Sky. Nope. Alright, I'll cut until I figure this out. Did it! Sweet, finally. God. Took me so many tries. These look scary. Not really, but... So we're gonna end up being like mid 40s. We're at like 44 or something right now with levels. How do I push these? What do I do with this? Trying everything. I can't move those. What in the heck am I supposed to do? I can't do anything with these. I know I'm supposed to activate these somehow, but none of the things will work. Hang on. I tried this. Oh, okay. I have to bomb them and stand on it at the same time. Can I reactivate them? I don't think I can reactivate them, but I should be able to come back into the room and have them be back where they were. Or I could just miscloak over there. That works too. Mega Berry! It's giving me lots of Mega Berries, which I guess is good. No, he didn't change direction. See if we can kill it before it has a chance to attack. Nope. But it missed. do them one at a time. I can't see without the... Dang it. There we go. Just barely made it. Really pushing the limits on our speed there. I gotta release that one somehow. Where's the button? Easy enough. Let's drop down. Here we go. Oh. Strange contraptions keeping the door closed. Okay, I think I need a new... There's like a new tool that we can get in here for Ashley. And I think I need that before I can move on. Flare gun. That would have been so useful in one of the side quest dungeons. There was one side quest dungeon where it was completely dark everywhere. And there is another side quest I could really do right now because I got that. But, like, I don't need to level up anymore. And not only that, like, it's for one item. And if I was trying to 100% the game, I would totally go back and do that. But for right now, like, I don't need to do that. Dang it. I was like, oh yeah, I can totally misclick that. Nope. I'm supposed to misclick over here. What? For one thing, the angles suck. I can never, like, I usually have pretty good depth perception, just not in this game, because the depth is so weird and they hide you behind stuff half the time. And you just can't see. Have to know like where you are within the space at all times. Oh, I got real scared I was gonna fall there for a second. Alright, now we're good. Puzzle staircase, puzzle staircase, puzzle staircase. We're almost there. We're about to the halfway point for this dungeon. And in good time. I think this will probably end up being around like 2 hours. 0! Okay. That's wonderful. Give me a chance to heal. This place up real quick. Is that really it? Like, okay. Is that just so we could use the new tool? It's like impossible to run these. I was doing pretty good for a little bit, but I lost it. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what I have to do. Because this door is going to be shut and locked, right? Yeah, there's no way for me to get through. So I have to record. I basically have to duplicate what's upstairs, downstairs. So... I'll just have to write it down. I'm gonna run, you know? I have enough luck and stuff that I should be able to get away. Alright. Flare gun. So on the bottom, we've got square. Square with fire, another square, and in between we've got crystal, 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 and then the next row we've got crystal, square with fire, space, crystal, and is it the same on the other side? Yes. Square of fire, crystal, and then we have crystal, 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 and then we have square, square with fire, square. Alright, so now I have it all mapped out, and it's fairly easy, especially because it's like, what's that called? Where it's split down the middle and it's the same on both sides. I don't know. I can't think of the word. I can't words right now. That's fine. Failed to escape. Alright, of course. It's a mirror image of itself. I know there's a word for that. I just can't think of what the word is. Oh no, Cannon's dead. Okay. Healer's down. Regular revive for now. Pellet. No. Alright. Didn't get anybody that time. Jump! Oh, Tim's back. Alright. Brad, if you would kindly. Please. Yeah, I don't really remember this dungeon hardly at all. Like, I've beaten this game before, years ago, but I don't remember this part at all. Nice, good experience. Level 44. We're already farther than in levels than we need to be. Honestly, to beat the game, you only need to be like 40, like level 40-ish. So let's do that. So the crystals are aligned correctly. So maybe I just have to light the correct... I think I just have to light the correct things. Then how do I do that? Because I can't... Because I can't push anything. Maybe... Okay, I get it. We're utilizing everybody today. Oh, but now I'm trapped. Tricky people. There we go. Oh, come on. I don't want to have to fight every time that I'm on one of these floors. Especially not these things. At least it was a quick one. Alright. Yep, we're at the halfway point.
It's a powerful pressure. Here it comes. Ding.
All right. Lucky card. Because this will get us a lot of experience at the end if we lucky card. Giant scissors. Just keep everybody healthy, Tim. Nice. This thing's going down quick. We are so overpowered for this. So overpowered for this. Alright. Claw's dead. What do I think he's weak to? Probably lightning. Because he is like water based. Oh, but it didn't matter. Scat-Like 4 took it out. 36,000. Now we're at 45. That's the halfway point for this dungeon. It's a long road ahead. Let's hurry up, everyone. Save. I have enough bullet loads that I don't feel bad using arms against enemies right now. Because, like, I'm gonna have plenty of reloads. Oh, this looks a little different. It's changing. Oh, we have to fight these. Oh, 3 of these guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully I can kill them before they get a chance to do anything crazy. A 6,000 Gela? That's pretty good. Okay, so that's gone. Okay, so I can go here. But I think there's some stuff I can get. I knew that would be something. Oh, there it is. I was like, I know there's an item here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've beaten this game before, but I don't remember this dungeon hardly at all. Because I've only done it once, where I've played the game several times. So it's another one of these. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I keep sneezing. Just getting to be that season, I guess. Alright, so I need to... I'm gonna need to fight 2 of them, essentially. But... no, I need to fight this one. So I only need to fight 1. And then I don't need to come back and do any... like... oh, these ones aren't so bad. I've beaten these before. Yeah, I don't need to come back through and do any sort of, like, items or anything on this one. Yeah, these guys are easy. We're so close. Yeah, so you don't want to go down and activate these to get through, because then you can't get to the door. Let's go Mist Cloak over. Sweet. Yes. It's at the same point in every one of those rooms. Brad can fight this alone. Might even kill it. No? One more hit'll do. It's another critical. Take a look-see. Try to do it where I don't fight any of them. But of course, that's not going to be doable. I think I have to fight all of them. I mean, all but one. Yep, we'll just have to fight a bunch of them. That's fine. Oh, Brad with all the critical hits. He's going nuts. There we go. Yeah, so we just gotta fight a bunch of these door things, and then that'll lead us to the other end of the room, and then we can go get an item. But we have to fight a bunch of these first. Yeah, like 18. I was thinking 16. I was like, oh, it's only like 16. Nope, 18. Oh, wait a second. but... Maybe this wasn't the correct decision. Maybe I did the puzzle wrong and I'm gonna have to start it all over. Unless, like, instead of shattering, the last one just falls over and makes a bridge for me, like... Oh, I seriously doubt it. Because there's not a way to get up there. Or is there? There might be, actually. I may have screwed up. That's okay. Hey, we're grinding for some experience. Let's look at it that way. So when I leave and come back, all these doors are gonna come back. This was paralysis gaze, and not the evil eye that can kill all of us if it wanted to. Phew! Nice. Was that a full revive that I just got? Sweet. Yep, I need to go back. Because I think... Okay, I see what I need to do now. But I also need to get that door. What are the new abilities for... Extends normal attack to all enemies. Okay. Cool. Ups the force gauge. Ooh, that's good. Cancels moves on that turn. Okay. I want to see how those work. I want to see what it does. Because I never really used these special abilities. Tim can just... Does it, like... half the day? Oh, it does. It splits it up. Okay. So that's good, like, if you're doing low-level enemies. But right now, it's not very good. But that force charge, that's a good ability. Because Brad can just sit there and do that. And get up to condition green faster for the final bosses. It's like he's just sitting there charging up like a DBZ. I'm trying to put my hands up where you can see him, like, ah. Alright. Because I was right the first time. You go here. Oh, but you can't. Or wait a minute. I have an idea. Haha! I did it. No! Why? Dang it. Come on. I hate that they make it so easy to walk off the edge like that. If you press even a pixel too far, you're going off the edge. But you also have to be pixel perfect right up to the edge to be able to do the misclick stuff. What in the heck? Dang it! By lining myself up correctly, I'm jumping off the edge. Come on. Whew! Alright. Mega berries, no reason to go over there. Ooh, I thought it was gonna fall. Have to do it all over again. I was gonna be so mad. Alright. Mandatory battle? No? Alright. Okay, here we go. Which one do I choose? Which one do I choose?
Oh, almost there.
Defense down. Ah. Wow. Okay. So many of these doors. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That was just called No Way Meow. Oh, okay. I hate that status effect. It makes your FP go up a lot slower, which sucks. Smack him right in the face. Doesn't even have to run up to him. As long as it doesn't work on Tim, we're good. Because I have war respites. So the forgetfulness thing that they have on them right now, like, It's fine. Ooh. Powerful missile will launch an attack on all the enemies. Cool. Might be something to use for like the final boss or something. Ding, 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 ding. I'ma just keep going. We're almost done now. We should be right about the 2-hour mark. Yeah, just about. A little less than 2 hours. So it should be right around 2 hours, because once we beat this next boss... Yeah, once we beat the next boss... Like, the final dungeon is like one room. So we just have a few of these doors left to do. Oh no. Don't actually kill anybody. They're all dead. Everybody's dead. That's what we have Gimmel coins for. Jesus. That is so unfair. Oh my god, that's so unfair. Don't do it again. Please don't do it again. Okay, everybody but Tim. And that's fine, because Tim can just kill it. And then I can heal everybody up in the next battle. Like, that's completely fine. Totally fine. Just stop using up my Gimmel coins. First aid. Let's see how much he heals now. Wow, 2,500 per heal. That's a good amount. Brad's still not going to be back at full health. Almost done. Got like 3 more battles in here. looks like. Oh, and Canon's forgetfulness went away. Eventually their status effects will go away. So maybe I won't have to use my wool respites. Who knows? Finish up these battles. Make sure the camera's doing okay. Seems like it is. Bolt. Ugh. Another one. Another one. It's the last one. And then I think we're at the boss. I think. I'm not sure. Then we're at the final boss for this dungeon. Then we gotta do the boss for, like, 4 bosses in a row for the next dungeon. Yeah. Come on. I really wish Tim would just get rid of his forgetfulness already. Still not enough to save you. Oh, this looks like the end. There was no puzzle in that room. That must mean we're getting towards the end. Going down and down and down and down. Unless the puzzle is that I keep going through the same room over and over. Alright. guess I just gotta find out which one of these is the right one. To get me where I need to go. Unless, do I really need to do these, or are these just here to grind? Ooh, I got a war respite. That's good. Oh. That's, Huh? Okay, it was too high up. Oh. Okay. So I guess I don't need to just find the right one. I guess these are just here to grind. Oh, Rising Nova. Is a bayonet cartridge used by Ashley. Using this item will add new ammunition to the bayonet. Lethal attack combining shooting and cutting is delivered to a single enemy. Sweet. We got Ashley's strongest arm. Though I haven't really been using Ashley lately, so who knows if we'll actually be able to use it. Oh, come on. Alright. Here we go. Final boss for the Spiral Tower. To get this far and still have people get in my way. Ooh, this looks big. Terrible guardian monster Manifestu. Okay. Manifestu. Right knee. I'm just gonna Sonic Claw, I guess. Oh, I should have used the darn lucky card. Wow, one knee's already dead. Okay. Brad with the critical hits. I'm telling you. The other knee. did some damage. Got 4 Eagle Claw, lock on Railgun. Tim can heal. $7,000. Holy crap. That's a one-rounder. We beat it 1 round. Betcha. Got him. Ah. Destroyed. 48,000. Holy crap. We might get to level 50 by the end of this. You know? Huh? This is strange. What could this feeling be? Feels like I'm near a guardian. Wait a minute. What in the world is this? It's like an ocean, but something's different. Everything is upside down. It's a guardian. This blue mud seems to be one single guardian. Okay. The guardian of mud? How can you tell? I feel it. It has wavelengths similar to other guardians. Okay. I once heard something about a blue sea of mud flowing deep under the bowels of the earth. There's like not even any sound right here. It's weird. The being that was the origin of everything, the guardian of mud, Glaive le Gable. Glaive le Gable. Glaive le Gable. The origin of everything. So the Kuiper Belt has been eating the Guardian, the so-called source of life, even advancing on Filgaia. Let's go, everyone. Down to the Glaive le Gable. So they both need to be facing each other. If I press... Oh, no, they both need to be facing the door. Okay. Simple enough. Cool. I did it. Oh well. Okay. What did that do? Okay, I guess I did something. There we go. Okay. That sounded like it worked. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hello. Those guys are interesting. Those don't have buttons. You don't have buttons. Trying not to fight as much as possible. Though I think I still have the odd shoes equipped, which are increasing my... Yep. That's increasing my, chance of getting into battles, so... Don't know why I was doing that. Cool. This is gonna be really fast. Like, these are the only puzzles, and this is extra. Like, I seriously don't even have to do this. Like, I could have just gone straight through. But this gets us the best armor in the game for each character, except for maybe Marivel. I think I already have Marivel's best stuff. So this should be really easy. Let's see. This one must already be open. Nope. Ta-da! We're gonna save here because this is the last. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so I accidentally hit do you want to continue? No. So we should be able to go through all of these doors. They should all be open. Alright, Braver Vest. And these are going to be all of the best armors in the game that we're going to get right now. Bridal Gown. Labyrinthios. It's also increasing our magic resistance, which most of these didn't do before. So that's really good. full Libra? What's the full Libra? Oh, nullifies all status abnormality. All of them. Actually, you know what? Kuistabua, whatever the heck that is, or whatever the heck that means. Nine lives. Yeah, I don't think Marivel gets one. Alright. Don't need to save again, because then I'll probably end up accidentally hitting the wrong thing. So, you finally made it here. That voice is Irving. Where are you? Show yourself! The Kuiper Belt something, but the Kuiper Belt gushed out of the vessel, and now Filgaia itself is... Its roots have divided and spread to even the Guardian of Mud, Glaive de Gable. At this rate, no matter how much we attack the body, the roots will get energy to endlessly regenerate. First, the 3 roots extending out of the Kuiper Belt must be cut, and their regeneration stopped. I pray for the safety and success of the arms members. Do this while my will keeps all of the Kuiper Belt from spilling out of the vessel. Irving, what's going on? All I can do is believe what Irving told me. It's necessary to cut these 3 roots to destroy the main body of the Kuiper Belt. Let's split the party into 4 now. Separate units will attack each root, and the 4th unit will attack the main body. Who will take Route A? Ilka? Brad? Cannon. Yeah. So let's do... I don't want Marivel to be by themselves. So let's send Vilka, Cannon. I guess it doesn't really matter. We need a healer, so I'll keep Tim. Alright. Holy crap. This is so weird. Oh, it was cool, but it was weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, you won't fall as long as you just go straight. I honestly probably could have just, like, run. Or used her skates or whatever. You see, if you're right in the middle when you start, you don't... It's not hard. It's not a puzzle. You just kind of go. crossing parallel universe first route. Negotiation resolution is impossible with all this bickering. I gotta kill the first route. But let's see, how much does high heal take? 52? Alright, let's guard. Hyperion Inferno. Okay. So now I can heal if I need to. Let's... Saber? And I am going first, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't want to use, like, my dual, what is it? My dual, cast, because that'll get rid of all of my FP. Let's heal. Cool. You know, you can just, like, keep doing that. That would be awesome. What is that? Reduces magic resistance. Let's just do... Though I did... I'll do that, just because it's supposed to be stronger. Maybe it'll do a little bit more damage. Let's see. Yeah, 4,000. Okay, sweet. This battle's basically over. I break. But I think if I hit him one more time, he's gonna be dead. I can survive one more hit. Let's do it. Kill him. Kill him. You can do it. We did it. I don't get any experience or Gela. That's why I didn't use a lucky card. These things don't give you anything. I just go straight to the next one. Alright, we got cannon. I'm gonna give her Oduryu, except I don't think she can combine. No. Never mind. Alright. I should have enough... Yeah, I should have enough Mega Berries, for sure. I'm good. I have enough Mega Berries to carry me through. Galactic Explosion. And I definitely go first. His cannon's really fast. I'll have to heal. I'm just gonna keep using the regular Eagle Claw because I don't want to use up all the FP. It'll take like 4 or 5 rounds. May have to heal after this one. Yep. Da-da-da-da. Nice. So easy. Last one. But it's Brad taking it on, so... You're saying that with all this pressure, there's more out there? Sure is. Oh, and he's gonna be blasting out criticals, too. As long as I keep myself above like 2,000 HP, I can just keep physical attack again. Because especially, I've gotten 3 out of 3 critical hits. Like, it's not going to take me long to kill this thing. At all. And I'm going first. Like, Brad is the slowest character I have, and I'm still going first. Like I said, as long as I keep... Ooh, this might... This might be bad. Ooh, shoot. I gotta kill it now. Fingers crossed. Yes. Yes. Destruction. Whew, that was almost bad. Almost bad. Alright, now we gotta go kill the medium, like the core. That's the word I'm looking for. Whoa. destroyed the roots. Everybody's out watching. It's dangerous here. Hurry and get inside. Your Highness, to come to such a place. This ghastly thing is the battle risking Filgaia's fate. The battle of the heroes.
No, sinner. Everyone has weaknesses and frailties. They are humans just like us. They're humans who shed tears and blood. They get hurt and ragged, but they still fight. It's not a battle of heroes. It's people just like us fighting. So we have to fight with them.
But I am powerless. Fighting is...
Let's believe. That'll be our battle. To offer a prayer, intense feelings always reach the intended. To one's prayers and goodwill, distance makes no difference, no matter how far it is. I don't want to let go of the hands clasped. Our support won't reach from here. We need to move closer. Scott!
In my opinion, the power of emotions is simply unrealistic. But, to not be able to believe in my friends here and now, that isn't a world worth... It's not logic. It's my own conclusion.
Ilka and Tim, Brad, Cannon, and Maryville, come back safely. Please, Ashley, fight!
And win! Fight and win! Fight and win! See, how's my camera doing? My camera's fine. This is the longest, episode I've ever tried to record with the camera, so... Oh, okay. I'm just kind of going at random here. I don't even know which way they're supposed to be facing. God, it's like that. It's like that game Lights Out. Oh. Oh, I did it. Okay. I was going completely at random, so... And this is it, I'm pretty sure. Yep, here we go. Battle of the final route. Irving? Why? That's what your face is saying. I don't understand. I just don't understand. We fought side by side to protect Filgaia, right? Then why? You're right. I fought for Filgaia too. I'm no different from you on that point. What are you thinking? What are you trying to do here? I knew that the threat of the Kuiper Belt posed before anyone else. To fight the being consuming the world, a large power is needed, almost as large as Filgaia. There are as many opinions as there are people. People aren't strong enough to instantly unify against such an unimaginable threat. That's why I created a clearly perceptible threat for people to experience. That was... the terrorist organization Odessa. An easily understood threat disturbs people more easily. That would happen if the defenders of justice showed up. Yep, you arms guys showed up. People began to unite across national boundaries. You already knew that. To oppose the Kuiper Belt, all countries set cooperative policies to fight against it, together. The Prison of Mana, Trapezahedron, couldn't have been invoked without cooperation from all three nations. What you've done is wrong. People have been hurt from your plan. Some have even lost their lives. It was all to protect Filgaia, to protect the future of humanity. I can't sacrifice an individual for the larger goal. If I could have gotten the power to fight, If I could have gotten the Argotlam, I would have taken such measures. But without becoming a hero, I won't be able to save Filgaia. Oh no. What happened? She exploded. What is it? It's clear that physical attacks on the parallel universe, a conceptual being, are meaningless. So think of the universe as a life form, consider it a spirit, and seal it in a vessel. In essence, the flesh that should have been destroyed is created. It's what I suggested to Odessa by using the demon summoning my sister will have inside of her. By making Altisha a vessel, the abominable life form will stop. How far will you go to achieve your goals? Are you saying you offered your own sister as a sacrifice? It wasn't to be sacrificed, but to be a hero. Not the sword magus, but the Madonna of Destruction, summoned under Valeria's name. Ooh. Crazy. Here we go. Final boss. Alright, let's do this. Anastasia never wanted anything like this. I don't expect you to forgive me. In order to save Filgaia, I had no choice. We have to destroy the Kuiper Belt on our own, before my consciousness gets swallowed up. Is it already too late? I know myself better than anyone else. But it's strange. Even though I know we'll slash each other, I have no fear or regrets. I'm happy. I'm happy I had the opportunity to be with you all, rather than am sad we won't see each other again. I'm really happy I got to be with you all and that we could protect Filgaia together. I promised Anastasia that I'd stop Valeria's suffering. Irving, Altasia, let's fight together. Alright. We got shoulders and stuff here. There is one more battle after this, so I may as well use a lucky card. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. But that's alright. Alright, well... Tim needs a rework. She doesn't do much physical damage. Alright, please give Tim enough FP. Oh, come on! And I can't even heal him. No. But at least I can heal Maribel and Ashley. I have enough Mega Berries. This is gonna be close with Tim. Ooh, okay. But now Tim has enough to use. Okay. And then pretty much as soon as I can, which will be after the life form, I'm gonna wanna probably access with Ashley. And use the Blaze Knight. This will get rid of all of my status effects. Dang it. Again. I can't heal anybody anyway. Not until I am able to use my Guardian. Oh, I can combine. Sweet. Tim can't be diseased. Alright. I'm just going to access. Whoa. It just started storming here and like my whole house is shaking. It's not gonna matter what she does. Oh, he still stays in battle with everybody else. Okay. That's actually cool. I didn't think that's how that worked. Okay. This is much better. I thought it got rid of everybody else when it did that. Oh, 5,000. Okay. Yep, definitely. And of course it does that right away. So Gunblaze is the last one that I can use, the most powerful one that I can use. Oh, that hits everybody. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just keep everybody healed. Oh, that doesn't work so well. Okay. Oh, wait a second. I think that's just the storm. But I keep hearing the storm it's literally shaking my house right, just from the thunder. It was right above me. Yeah, I should have accessed a lot quicker. that Dark Star bow or whatever is really the only one that does anything considerable to me. Just because it, like, can cause certain status effects. But now that I've got everything running smoothly, everything's fine. Yeah, see, Galactic Explosion, even its most powerful attack, the Hyperion Inferno, will only do like 1900 damage to me. So that's not much at all. Maribel's just kind of here. I only put her in this group so she didn't have to fight by herself, because her fighting all those other bosses would have been impossible, honestly. Right, the shoulder should be almost dead. This is its weakest attack. Did I lucky card? I don't know. I'm gonna lucky card again. The effect doesn't stack, but what else is Maribel gonna do? Because I don't know if I did lucky card or not. And everybody's gonna be at full health anyway. And then I guess I could combine and get rid of what little status effects I do have. Because then Tim would still have access to first aid at that point. What was with early PlayStation games and having, like, baby imagery for the final bosses? Well, you know what? I don't need to do that because we're already, like, Tim's already wore off. Ashley's will wear off eventually. I wonder if the gun blazer will do more damage. Because the different pieces of this thing have different weaknesses. So Gunblaze didn't work on the first one. It was actually strong against the other one, but I didn't use it. Oh no! Okay, let's not do that then. Oops. I just erased so much progress. Have to bring Tim back. Tim, he's being such a good boy. Attacking the right people even when you're confused. Good job, Tim. Alrighty. Yep, we just gotta keep doing this until it dies. It's gonna take a few turns. But it'll work. can't I high combo? Whatever. Maybe it's only for certain guardians? I don't know. We've got this beat. Alright, here we go. Should be almost done. Wow, 3 hours. It's gonna end up being like 3.5 probably by the end. You know, I've got one more battle after this, and then probably cutscenes at the end and all that good stuff, so. And then I gotta figure out what I'm playing next. Which I already know what I'm going to play next. I already have a list down. But, I was just saying. Come on, I gotta be getting close. No, not this thing. At least Tim has a bunch of FP if I need to use, if I need to combine. Yep, I'm gonna have to combine. Alright, we did it. That's the final boss. And we are about to just explode with experience because of the lucky card. 300,000. So they all ended up on level 51. Holy crap. 300,000 experience. It's gone. Hello, everybody. Hey, we won, right? We all were able to save Filgaia, right? Then why is everyone so sad? Were we wrong? Because we won, we were right, right? Because we won, we were right, isn't a reason. Everything that happened here is a fact. That's all there is to it. We didn't win or lose. It's just over. Finished. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. not over till it's over. Argatlam. Am I on the moon? How did I get on the moon? Whoa, what in the world happened? Where is everyone? Where am I? It's the word. It's the world where I am. It's where the destruction began. Who are you? Lord Blazer. You ask who I am? That's harsh after we've been together for so long and even fought too. No, you are the disaster that turned Filgaia red with fire. I've finally been freed from those chains. Great to have a body again. I owe you my thanks. It was my good fortune to live inside your body after being trapped behind the event horizon. The negative feelings that grew inside you during battles are now the food that sustains me. My negative feelings? You're saying I helped resurrect you? It's not just you. Swirling inside all humans are the most unsightly and strong energy forces. In your battles you've seen the true nature of people, and it's that negativity that I feed on. I'll give you the honor of witnessing the world burning into oblivion. Stop it now! Are you going to draw it? That abominable Argatlam? That is definitely the absolute perfect sword to destroy me. But don't say you forget that you weren't able to draw the Argatlam. Once you had my strength, the strength you tried to destroy, then you finally got the sword. Now that I'm free of your body, you're only a mere human. You cannot draw Argatlam. Argatlam is meant to be wielded by the hero of the sword. Lament the era of no heroes, and live in fear of the future that will burn to smithereens. It's definite I'm not the hero chosen by the sword. Then why struggle? Don't resist me, accept the future. The world we live in, the all-important Filgaia, is not such a puny world that it's sustained by the power of only a hero. This world is full of the interactions and exchanges of the people and their thoughts. So the power that sustains the universe exists in Filgaia. It's the power of all life. A time without heroes, that's what you said. No, not without heroes, but an era that doesn't need heroes. We don't need a hero. There's no value in a world protected by such things. If everyone's heart becomes one, then we can rise and stand together. We can support the world without sacrificing a hero. Miracles can happen. We can never make the same mistake Irving made. And he stole their souls, and now they're all dead. Not really, but that's what it kind of looked like. I can tell now. Our hearts are becoming one. The Argatlam isn't something to be pulled out by the hero alone. Did he do it? Oh, here we go. Blaze of Disaster, Lord Blazer. Is that figure the hero of the sword? From Argatlam? Let's go. Let's all go fight this together. So basically I just need to use Impulse as often as possible, and after I use it so many times, it will kill him. That's it exactly. The Argatlam isn't a weapon to bury demons. By gathering the will to live into power, it becomes the key to open the door to the future. It's not a power to be wielded alone. It's a power for everyone to wield together. It's like the Spirit Bomb. Give me your power. 10,000 per million disaster.
Has it arrived? Has my prayer arrived? It won't arrive when I pray alone. We'll pray together as one. Everyone was born on this star and lived here.
Everyone's power from the entire planet. More damage? Oh, about the same. Negative flare. The effect was completely neutralized. What effect? I could just fight it normally, but... I'd rather do it the way I'm supposed to. Everything depends on being alive. Only when you're alive do you get to fall in love or get to fight with others. If tomorrow comes because today's life light starts the creation of the future, then this light should be delivered to those battling at the end of today. Right now, all the souls in Filgaia are trying to join together. It's stopping all life from fighting simply to keep alive. We are not powerless. We have the strength of our united hearts. Take this power and throw it against the walls confronting you. Then after he attacks me again... Yeah, after he attacks me again, I'll have enough to do it once again. But then I'll have to, like, build up FP for a little bit.
This battle is to save our precious world. That's why we must fight too. We don't need to be protected by someone special, because it's important, so very important. We must protect it ourselves. If someone has to be the hero, then anyone should be able to become the hero. Prayers must have reached them, right? Everyone is fighting to protect Filgaia now.
Mega Berry.
not gonna push it all off on Dude. Because it's so important, we're gonna protect it with our own hands. I'm not sure we can handle it on our own, so if we get into trouble, help us out, Dude, okay? When you get into a bind, the young arms could help you in return. We like Filgaia, just like everyone else. Haha, you missed. I love it! This world, the life we live, and Ashley all. I like today better than yesterday, and I like the unknown tomorrow even more. Let's all head off to tomorrow together. Everyone together!
I think that might be the last one. Yeah. So only at the very end did Ashley become the chosen hero. So, it's finally over.
We won, right? Ashley won, right?
I wasn't the one that won. Everyone here and everyone waiting for us, and
Well, it's a victory we won together.
I'm not a hero. It's the future we grabbed hold of for ourselves.
Come on, give me a break. Don't hassle me. I refuse to ever do such unsuitable work.
Let's go home together. Let's all go home to Filgaia. We did it! That's the end of the game. Woo! Only took like 3 more hours. That would have been like 6 more episodes if I didn't want to just do a big finale episode. To the world we've all been waiting for. Don't make me backtrack through the spiral tower. That would not be cool. Oh, here we go. That was the moment the strain and tension finally slackened. More than having destroyed the Kuiper Belt or Lord Blazer, seeing everyone's laughter again makes me realize it's really over. But you all aren't the only ones laughing. This dialogue's gonna go really slow, I know it. That's alright. I have someone waiting for me, and when I heard someone saved a place for me to return to, I broke into laughter too. Colette said thanks to me, so I said thanks back. That's not so strange, is it? Oh, it's like a literal minute in between these pieces of dialogue. It's bugging the crap out of me.
Because in that moment, that's what I wanted to say.
I hope there's not like a ton of dialogue in the final cutscene. Just like give me a cool like epic cutscene to end it and get it over with. Not that I love this game, I do, but it's very dialogue filled and I don't feel like the end needs to be. I feel like it would be better with just like an epic like visual send off, which I know isn't very possible with the technology that they had back then. But they could still do it. They've kind of done it before. And so everything was disclosed. At the beginning and end of this battle was the Sin named Valeria. This Sin was called a hero. If the lives in Filgaia survived because of this sin, then its continued life is its atonement. It's good for the sin to live on in atonement. Those who can atone are the cross that is too heavy to bear alone is no longer, so when everyone on this star supports it. Some of these parts don't really, like, the English in them is poorly translated, I think. Sleep now, the blood of Valeria. No one needs a hero anymore, now that they've realized their might. The darkness meant to destroy Filgaia's future is dismantled. The chant of peace hoped for will be heard. I like this song. Oh. It's her job just to keep people from going off the cliff? That's what it looks like. The sky is back. We brought the sky back. No matter what you say, humans are strange creatures. Besides being frail, people get lost along the way and make false moves. Then they sometimes don't realize their mistakes and hurt those who are close. Yet, at the same time, they know how to link arms and band together. If you ask why, must you answer so?
While acknowledging their own weaknesses, when they take aim at a far-off goal, they join hands. Those who extend a hand and those who take the hand can't be done without trust. Hold on there, just a minute. It's not clear if humans are weak or strong from this. Well then, I'll try to explain it. A Crimson Noble's time is eternal.
Biggest hair has biggest muscles.
Puppy.
A broken clock starts to move to some rhythm. A clock that had stopped likes to start, like that starts to move. Stories always start suddenly. Focus your eyes, listen closely, and pay attention. Life starting now is even more unpredictable than the battlefield. To be honest, if I were thrown out on my own, I'd be apprehensive. Yet that doesn't mean I'd just stop. You're on my side. Better still, I have friends who will fight beside me. Next time I'll have them help. The real hero is very cool, but I'd never be able to fill that role. So it's all a sham, I guess. That's not bad either.
For things to change, to go from the past to the future, is for time to pass. It is not only me. Everyone will eventually go their own way. I know, I'm not crying. I'm okay. I'm cool.
Sorry about those clicks from my chair. I've just been sitting still so long, I'm starting to get a little stiff.
That's because it's not goodbye, but till we meet again. No matter where you go, it's not an end, but a beginning. I'm happy that we're all departing for our new lives together. I mean, I was lucky enough to meet everyone here who I love with all my heart.
Kind of how the last one ended too, where they all went to a crossroad and then kind of went their own separate ways from it. Maybe it's meant to be the same crossroad, who knows? It's all in the same world, I just feel like it's generations and generations separated. Because it's all still Filgaia. Yep, there's canon. The King of Mariabul has officially announced the dissolution of arms. Even if this didn't happen, we all would have eventually pursued our own destinies. So today, goodbye isn't sad for me. Even if it was only for a moment, our hearts were once joined together as one. And even if we're not heroes, we accomplished a major feat. If we join our souls, we can accomplish things even a noble hero can't do. No matter where we go, if we join our hearts, we'll always be together. Wow, it has been like a half hour of cutscene. Maybe a little less. Oh, there's that darn cat again. Well, Marina, have I changed? Oh, it's still... I'm still not controlling it.
Yeah, you have. You're kinda different. You look more mature. I think you're taller. Wait, let's see. The kiss is far away.
Because he's taller. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Alright. Well, that is Wild Arms 2. One of my favorite game series of all time. Like, I've beaten the first one and I've beaten the second one before. There are 5 of them, I think, in, like, the main series. But the rest of them are on, like, PlayStation 2, I think. I know 3 is a lot like these, just a little bit different. But I might play it at some point. It will probably be a while before I actually play it. But I might. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch through like all of this, because it's already been a long time anyway. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next game whenever that happens to come out. So once again, thank you all for watching. Bye. Alright, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and do that right up here. And if you want to watch a random video from the channel, you can do that right up here. And then I'll put a link to my Discord down at the bottom here. So thank you all so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!